Chris from Rekkid Talk. I'm doing another one of my contest entry videos. This time we're entering a contest for George Allen's LPs and CDs, and apparently he's down with cassettes as well. I'm not going to show a cassette or a CD today. I'm going to show vinyl records, 12-inch and 7-inch. And so he was kind of wanting us to show 3 to 5 records that deal with singer-songwriters. Um, and he kind of specified that he kind of was hoping we would show things along the lines of folk or country rock. So I think I can do that for you. So I'm going to do some more recent stuff. I think a lot of people are going to do like a lot of the classic stuff from 60s, 70s. I'm going to have some stuff from the 2010s here. So first one I'm going to show, this is Margo Price. This is her debut album, Midwest Farmer's Daughter. Came out on Third Man Records in the year 2016. Features some cool songs like Hurtin' on the Bottle, Hands of Time, and World's Greatest Loser, About to Find Out. And so Margo Price grew up small town Illinois, moved to Nashville, took a long time. She was in her 30s before she really got her break. Part of her break came from being on an episode of Anthony Bourdain's show when he was doing a Nashville-based episode. And she's put out, I think, 3 studio albums in the last 6 or so years. There's a live album as well. Really like her. Someone who's sort of part of the same scene is Caitlin Rose. Some people know that I've talked about her before. This was a reissue of Own Side Now, which came out in 2011. Was reissued last year. Nice, pretty, clear vinyl. And so let's look at some vinyl. There you go. The Margo Price is just on black. ATO Records. And so I don't know why Caitlin Rose isn't a bigger star. I mean, I know she's gotten kind of tagged with the alt country Americana label. Family is in the country music business. Her dad worked in accounting. Her mother's a songwriter, has written songs for people like Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood. But she does have a little bit of a lot of her stuff, especially very early in her career as a teenager. She kind of had some taste for some punk and alternative music as well. But when she came out with this, it sounds like classic country. She's got a voice. There's a bit of Patsy Cline, a bit of Linda Ronstadt in her voice. And then also along the same lines, we got this guy, Raylan Baxter. This is his debut from 2012, Feathers and Fish Hooks. He's probably a bit more singer-songwriter-y than the other two. And this is also on ATO Records. This came out in 2012. He's had a few other albums come out, and I have one of them. And so, of course, these people have kind of worked together. I'll show you a couple of singles. So this is Shanghai Cigarettes. This was off of Caitlin Rose's album featuring Raylan Baxter. So a duet with those two. It's a very good song. And then we've got this Third Man single of Margo Price. So this great drinking song called Hurtin' on a Bottle. And so if we get the focus and we can see who our songwriters are. So we've got 4 songwriters. 2 of them are Margo Price and her husband, Jeremy Ivy. But Caitlin Rose is also one of the credited songwriters, Hurtin' on a Bottle. Caitlin hasn't put out an album since 2013. Kind of miss her. And, I was lying. I am going to show a CD. So I'm going to slip in my favorite, Juliana Hatfield. You might be wondering, how does she fit in? I mean, we're supposed to be doing folk and country, and this doesn't really fit in. Well, this was Juliana Hatfield's one sort of foray into the alt country world. So Juliana Hatfield and Frank Smith sitting in a tree. So this is a very obscure 6-song CD EP. Frank Smith is actually the name of a band, not the name of a person. So they were an old country band that were based out of Boston for a while. They eventually moved to Texas. Frank Smith was the only band other than Juliana herself to ever release on Ye Old Records, which was Juliana's late own label for a while. And so basically, the guys in Frank Smith backed her up. And so you see one of them played banjo, one of them played pedal steel. This is probably the only Juliana Hatfield you'll ever hear those instruments being played. Probably the best song on it, track 4, If Only We Were Dogs. And then she actually redid that on her Juliana Hatfield 3 reunion album several years later. This came out, I believe, this came out in 2007. So I think it was 2014 or 2015, the Juliana Hatfield 3's reunion album, that was one of the songs. There was redone in more of sort of the alternative rock scenario that you would more associate with her. This is obviously it's still her voice, but the instrumentation is very different than any other album. And we were supposed to be 7 to 9 minutes. We're at like 6:45 right now, George. So again, I showed you some Margo Price, some Caitlin Rose, some Raylan Baxter. These are all people that have recently kind of been on the Americana, alt country, whatever you want to call it, scene. They sound more country to me than most of the modern mainstream country pop whatever music. So we'll stop there. Good luck to you, George.